On April 26, 1986, the world watched in horror as disaster struck Chernobyl. It was a day that would forever change the course of history and the perception of nuclear energy. A nuclear reactor exploded, unleashing a wave of invisible energy. This explosion was not just a physical blast but a release of deadly radiation that would have long-lasting effects. This catastrophe released radioactive material into the atmosphere, contaminating the air, soil, and water. The invisible enemy spread silently, affecting everything in its path. The explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant became a defining moment of the 20th century. It was a stark reminder of the potential dangers of nuclear energy when not managed with the utmost care. The immediate aftermath was devastating. The explosion caused massive destruction and the subsequent radiation release led to severe health issues for those exposed. The explosion and subsequent fire released a plume of radioactive material into the atmosphere. This plume carried radioactive particles far and wide, spreading contamination over a vast area. This plume spread across parts of the Soviet Union and Europe, reaching as far as Sweden and the United Kingdom. The radioactive fallout affected millions of people, leading to long-term health and environmental consequences. The disaster forced the evacuation of the nearby city of Pripyat, home to thousands of people. Families had to leave their homes, belongings, and memories behind, often with little warning, leaving behind an eerie ghost town. Pripyat stands as a haunting reminder of the disaster, with abandoned buildings and overgrown streets, frozen in time since that fateful day. Today, the Chernobyl exclusion zone has become an unintended wildlife sanctuary. Despite the radiation, nature has reclaimed the area, with animals and plants thriving in the absence of human activity. Memorials and monuments have been erected to honor the victims and heroes of Chernobyl. Their bravery and sacrifice in the face of such a catastrophic event will never be forgotten. The reactor itself has been entombed in a massive sarcophagus, a concrete and steel structure designed to contain the remaining radiation. This sarcophagus stands as a testament to human resilience and the ongoing efforts to mitigate the disaster's impact. The lessons learned from Chernobyl have shaped nuclear safety protocols worldwide. It serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of stringent safety measures and the potential consequences of their failure. The global impact of the Chernobyl disaster continues to be felt today. It has influenced energy policies, environmental regulations, and public perception of nuclear power, reminding us of the delicate balance between progress and safety. The impact on the environment was immediate and devastating. The explosion at Chernobyl sent shockwaves through the natural world, altering the landscape in ways that were both visible and invisible. Wildlife, in the immediate vicinity of the explosion, perished almost instantly. The force of the blast and the subsequent release of radiation created a deadly zone where life could not sustain itself. Birds fell from the sky, their delicate systems overwhelmed by the sudden influx of radiation. Countless animals, from the smallest insects to larger mammals, succumbed to radiation sickness, their bodies unable to cope with the toxic exposure. The once lush and vibrant forests surrounding the plant turned a sickly ginger brown, a visual testament to the invisible poison that had seeped into the environment. Trees that had stood for decades withered and died, their leaves turning brittle and falling to the ground. This area, now known as the Red Forest, stood as a stark reminder of the disaster's impact. The name itself evokes the haunting image of a forest that had been scorched by radiation, its natural beauty forever marred. The Chernobyl disaster served as a stark reminder of humanity's capacity for destruction. It highlighted the fragile balance between human progress and the natural world, a balance that, when disrupted, can lead to catastrophic consequences. The invisible killer, radiation, left its mark on every living thing it touched. Plants, animals, and even microorganisms were affected, their genetic material altered in ways that would have lasting repercussions. The long-term consequences for the environment and human health were only beginning to unfold. The radiation released into the atmosphere would continue to affect the region for generations, altering ecosystems and posing health risks to those who lived in or near the affected areas. The full extent of the disaster's impact was still being understood, a sobering reminder of the enduring legacy of Chernobyl. Radiation is energy that travels in waves or particles. It is all around us, from natural sources like the sun to man-made sources like X-rays. However, at high levels, radiation can be harmful. It damages cells and DNA. This damage can lead to various health problems. The Chernobyl disaster released large amounts of radiation into the environment. This radiation contaminated the soil, water, and air. Animals in the area were exposed to high levels of radiation. This exposure had immediate and long-term consequences. One of the most significant long-term effects of radiation exposure is cancer. Radiation can damage DNA, leading to uncontrolled cell growth. Animals exposed to radiation are at a higher risk of developing various cancers. Studies have shown an increase in cancer rates in animals living near Chernobyl. These include thyroid cancer in wolves and leukemia in rodents. The effects of radiation are often subtle and can take years or even decades to manifest. This delayed effect makes it difficult to determine the full extent of the disaster's impact. Section 5. Ghosts of Chernobyl, Mutations and Deformities. In the years following the disaster, there were reports of mutations and deformities in animals around Chernobyl. Some animals were born with missing limbs, while others exhibited strange growths and tumors. While these cases were often sensationalized, they highlighted the potential for radiation to cause genetic damage. Mutations occur when DNA is altered, and these changes can be passed down to future generations. Section 6. A land frozen in time. The exclusion zone. Following the disaster, authorities established a vast area around the Chernobyl plant known as the exclusion zone. This zone, encompassing over 1,000 square miles, was deemed too dangerous for human habitation. The exclusion zone became an unintentional experiment in nature's resilience. With humans gone, wildlife began to reclaim the abandoned lands. However, the invisible threat of radiation remained, casting a long shadow over the area. Section 7. Nature's Resilience, Signs of Life. Despite the challenges, life found a way to persist in the shadow of Chernobyl. Plants and animals began to adapt to the radioactive environment. While some species struggled, others thrived in the absence of human disturbance. Scientists studying the area were surprised by the resilience of some species. Populations of wolves, lynx, and wild boar rebounded. Birdsong filled the air once more. Nature was slowly reclaiming its dominion. Section 8. Return of the Wild, Adapting to a Toxic World. The animals of Chernobyl provide a unique opportunity to study the effects of radiation on wildlife populations over multiple generations. Researchers have observed both the harmful effects of radiation and the remarkable adaptations of some species. Some animals have developed ways to cope with the radiation. For example, certain species of fungi have evolved to use melanin, the pigment that gives skin its color, to absorb radiation. This adaptation helps them survive in areas with high radiation levels. Section 9. The Mystery of Chernobyl's Animal Survivors. The story of Chernobyl's animals is a complex one, filled with both tragedy and hope. While the disaster had devastating consequences, it also revealed the remarkable resilience of the natural world. The animals of Chernobyl continue to fascinate scientists and the public alike. They are a testament to the power of life to persist, even in the most challenging environments. The exclusion zone stands as a reminder of the enduring impact of human actions on the planet. Section 10. A Legacy of Resilience. The Chernobyl disaster serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power of nuclear accidents. It highlighted the importance of nuclear safety and the need for responsible stewardship of technology. The story of Chernobyl's animals offers a glimmer of hope. Despite the challenges they face, these creatures have shown remarkable resilience. Their story reminds us that even in the face of adversity, life finds a way. Section 11. A stark reminder and a glimmer of hope. The Chernobyl disaster stands as a stark reminder of humanity's capacity for both destruction and innovation. On April 26, 1986, the world witnessed one of the most catastrophic nuclear accidents in history. The explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant released massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere, affecting millions of lives and ecosystems. It highlights the need for vigilance, responsibility, and the importance of stringent safety measures in our technological advancements. The disaster was a wake-up call, urging us to reconsider how we interact with powerful technologies, and a deep respect for the delicate balance of nature. The radioactive fallout contaminated vast areas, rendering them uninhabitable and causing long-term ecological damage. Yet amidst this devastation, nature began to reclaim its territory. As we move forward, let us learn from the lessons of Chernobyl. The incident serves as a crucial lesson in humility and the need for sustainable practices. It reminds us that our actions have far-reaching consequences, and we must tread carefully. Let us strive to create a future where technology is harnessed for good, where innovation is guided by ethical considerations, and a commitment to the well-being of all life forms. We have the power to shape a better world if we choose to act responsibly, and where the natural world is protected for generations to come. The resilience of the environment around Chernobyl is a testament to nature's ability to heal, but it also underscores the need for us to protect and preserve it. The animals of Chernobyl, in their silent resilience, have adapted to the harsh conditions, offering a glimpse into the incredible adaptability of life. Their presence is a symbol of hope and renewal. Offer a powerful message of hope for the future. They remind us that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, life finds a way to endure and thrive. Let us take this message to heart and work towards a future where both humanity and nature can coexist in harmony.